Welcome to 5 Facts Only. Today, we're counting down the top 5 scariest cults that actually existed. Number 5. A controversial philosophy professor and spiritual leader began his movement in the late 1960s to early 1970s, rejecting traditional religions in favor of free thought, meditation, and sexual liberation.
Now there are two ways. Either repress sex as it has been done by all the so-called religious traditions of the world, or transform it. I am for transformation.
Deeply influenced by communist literature, his ideas attracted a devoted following. As controversy grew in India, he relocated his commune to Oregon in the early 1980s. However, tensions followed, leading the group to seek political control through criminal acts, including a large-scale salmonella poisoning and an attempted assassination of a US attorney. These events led to his deportation, and the movement returned to India in 1985. Rajneesh passed away in 1990, but his movement, now known as Osho, remains active around the world today.
What's going to happen to your holy man?
Bhagwan had always told me that when things get too difficult for him, he will sit in his chair, take an injection, and disappear.
Number 4.
Successful upper-middle-class people, disillusioned with conventional churches, yet hungry for spiritual experiences.
The Order of the Solar Temple was a secretive spiritual organization that appealed to successful upper-middle-class individuals who had grown disillusioned with traditional churches but still longed for deep, mystical experiences. Officially known as the International Order of Chivalry Solar Tradition, it was established in Geneva in 1984, drawing inspiration from the medieval Knights Templar, who had splintered into various factions since 1805. The order created an elaborate structure that included a central council and multiple lodges across the globe. Within these lodges, members participated in elaborate initiation rites and esoteric ceremonies designed to elevate their spiritual awareness.
Only the elite, who had passed all the initiations from novice to knight, were treated to the secrets of the inner sanctum. Here, they were privy to startling revelations.
The group's core belief centered on a looming apocalyptic event they believed would occur in the mid-1990s. To transcend this catastrophe, members were convinced they needed to ascend to a higher spiritual plane. Tragically, this belief led to a series of mass deaths in the mid-1990s, where more than 70 members either took their own lives or were murdered in ritualistic settings.
Investigators say the cult was obsessed with death and considered it an illusion. Experts say cult leaders told their followers that fire would lead them to a new world on another planet.
Despite these grim events, the Order of the Solar Temple has never fully disappeared. Estimates suggest that between 140 and 500 members remain active today, continuing the group's secretive practices. Number 3.
50,000 strong worldwide believe that space beings created humans through genetic experimentation.
Though often debated, Raelism has frequently been classified as a cult, particularly due to its unconventional beliefs and structure. It is considered a UFO religion and was founded in France in 1974 by Claude Vorilhon, who later became known as Rael.
It's not only the scientific aspect of creating life, but also the political, religious belief, sociology, everything is. We are entering a new world which is completely different. But there is no reason to...
A better world?
A much better world.
Raelians believe that an advanced extraterrestrial species called the Elohim created humanity. According to their teachings, these beings were mistaken for gods throughout history, and major religious figures, such as Jesus and Muhammad, were actually sent by the Elohim. Rael is believed to be their 40th and final prophet. Followers of the movement believe that we are living in an age of apocalypse, which will eventually usher in a new era of advanced technology. Once humanity reaches this stage, the Elohim are expected to return and share their superior scientific knowledge with the world. As of 2017, The Raelism movement claimed approximately 18,000 active members globally.
The Raelism movement has two goals. One is to spread the message, and two, to build the embassy.
Number 2.
If you're not with me, you're against me. If you want to have a strong identity, create a strong enemy, and then you really know who you are.
Founded in Tennessee during the evangelical Jesus movement of the 1970s, the 12 tribes might initially appear to be a peaceful, tight-knit community devoted to living out the early Christian church as described in the Book of Acts. However, beneath this wholesome image lie serious allegations of authoritarian control and abusive practices. The group is said to enforce rigid control over its members' daily lives, with strict discipline that includes corporal punishment, reportedly administered by both parents and other adults within the community. These practices have sparked numerous accusations of child abuse over the years.
Tessa remembers being sent out to work on her own when she was just 5 years old.
Sometimes working in kitchens, like preparing food for the whole rest of the community, or in like candle factories. So I remember being like 4 or 5 years old working with this boiling wax.
As members advance within the group, they are allegedly exposed to deeply disturbing doctrines, including the belief that Jews are cursed for killing Jesus, that homosexuality is punishable by death, and that black people are inherently meant to serve white people. While the 12 tribes has managed to keep a relatively low public profile, critics warn that there's far more beneath the surface than communal living and folk dancing.
They control your logic and your thinking, and they control your money.
Number 1.
Members were undergoing survival training. Chemicals and drugs were used to raise, then remove states of anxiety.
Aum Shinrikyo, more recently known as Aleph, or simply Aleph, was founded in Japan in 1987 by Chizuo Matsumoto, who later adopted the name Shoko Asahara. The group is considered a doomsday cult, blending elements from Indian and Tibetan Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, militaristic ideology, yoga, and even the prophecies of Nostradamus.
The religion is a blend of yoga and mysticism, with bits of Buddhist, Hindu, and Christian teachings thrown in. His catchiest sales point, though, was a claim to levitation.
Initially, the movement presented itself as a spiritual group focused on enlightenment, but it quickly descended into criminal behavior. Members were accused of extortion, murder, and coercing individuals into joining. As the group's ideology darkened, it began manufacturing chemical weapons, including sarin gas. In 1995, Aum Shinrikyo carried out a devastating sarin gas attack on the Tokyo subway system, injuring over 1,000 people and shocking the world. Following the attack, several key members, including Asahara, were arrested and later executed in 2018. Despite these actions, remnants of the group continued to exist, and as of 2019, signs of ongoing activity and membership were still reported.
About 20 members live here, an austere lifestyle driven by the desire to spread the Master's teachings.
Hello, everyone. This is Shoko Asahara.
Like and subscribe 5 Facts Only for more chilling content.